G'day guys, Dezo here. Welcome to my home. As you can tell from the monitor behind me there, I'm a bit of a tech nerd as well as a creative one when it comes to the houses. So here are my favorite 10 apps I think you should have if you're thinking about building a house. Number one is an app called Houzz, and this is also a website as well. It's very much like Pinterest, basically. So it allows you to search through lots and lots of photos. You can search by style, whether that be Hamptons, Cape Cod, industrial, Scandinavian, or anything else for that matter. Allows you to search by color, by room. It's very, very granular with its searching capability, which is its strength. You can also scrapbook photos from there, so it's a great tool for before pre-start when you've got to select all of your colors. App number two is one called Adobe Capture. So this is just a really cool, fun little app to use. You can basically just point your camera at, say, a room in the display home, or maybe you're down at the beach and you really like the sunset or something like that. What it's going to do is just going to pull all the colors from it and put together a color swatch for you that you can save. Pretty cool. Number three is the Ikea Place app. So this uses what we call augmented reality technology. Now that allows you to put a digital object into a real world environment. So you could do this in your current house if you wanted to. Otherwise, when you have a brand new house and you move into that, you can place furniture in it and see exactly how it's going to look before you move in. Ikea does have their whole catalog on there, so it's a pretty good one to check out. The next one in line is basically the same thing, except it's for landscaping. So it's called AR Landscaper. Now this is for obviously plants, trees, and all of that sort of thing. So you can place those around, your back garden, around the front of your house, and see how things are going to look before you pop down to Waldex or wherever you may go to buy plants. So you get a really good indication of what the end result's going to be. Number five is Etsy. So most of you have probably heard of that already. It's kind of like eBay. It just got some cooler stuff on there. So you've got a lot of sort of local artists and that sort of thing from all over the world that put their work up there, and it's relatively well priced. I've got some cushions from there. I'm not sure if you can see the coat rack up on the wall over there in the frame, but that was from Etsy as well. The next one is a bit of a lifesaver for me. So number six is an app called Things3. It literally runs my life. I can't sing this app's praises enough. It's kind of just like a glorified to-do list in a nutshell, but everything that I have to do, whether it be work-related, social, or anything else for that matter, it goes into this app. It syncs with email and calendars and all that sort of thing. It's absolutely awesome and definitely one to get, because there are a lot of things you've got to work through when you are building a home. Number seven is a website called Society6. So a lot of people ask me about where to get artwork and decent artwork, where you can get a good range of artwork, and most importantly, where it doesn't cost too much. Because one thing you will find when you go to look for art, it's actually quite expensive to get decent stuff. And I went through this battle myself when I did my own home, and I had a really big wall I needed to get artwork for, and it was going to cost me a fortune. I ended up finding this website, finding a whole bunch of different prints and getting it all done for a really, really good price. Yeah, can't endorse that one enough. It's got a great search function. You can find exactly what it is you're looking for. Number eight, boring one, but a necessary one. Finance is the most unsexy part of getting a home, but very much the necessary one, unfortunately. Most people have to take out a loan to get a house, so this mortgage calculator, or any other mortgage calculator you might find on the App Store for that matter, is going to give you a similar outcome. I just thought this one was pretty cool. You don't have to pay for it or anything like that, but you can punch in some figures into there and sort of get a little bit of an idea about where things are at. I can't give you advice on that, but you can download the calculator and have a bit of a play. Number nine is Instagram. Bit of an obvious one. It's good for a few reasons. So good for searching through and just finding inspiration, of course, much like houses or Pinterest for that matter. But what a lot of people actually do is they set up an account just for their house build. So they've got it as kind of like a forever photo album of the whole house building journey, from empty block through to moving in and maybe first Christmas or whatever, It's a really cool way to document the whole journey and have it there forever. Lucky last, it's an app called Counter. Now what this is good for is for counting how many annoying phone calls and emails you're going to get from sales reps once you give out your phone number to them in a display home. So a bit of a funny one for the last one, but my advice there would be do all your research first and don't engage with anyone until you're absolutely sort of sure of the couple that you do want to start dealing with. Anyway, that was a bit of an overview of my 10 apps that I highly recommend. Hope you enjoyed it.